This is Level On Up with Sadia.
Welcome, Lenny from Rumour. How you going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just idolising your speakers in the background. Is that a turntable or what?
Yeah, it is like a LED CDJ setup.
Oh, that is amazing. You're going to have to let me know where you got that one from.
Yeah.
Tell us about the new single, On My Mind.
So our new song, On My Mind, is basically about when you leave a toxic relationship, but you still can't get that person off your mind. It's pretty self-explanatory. But then it throws you off your day-to-day activities, so that person's always on your mind. And the track is very like uplifting in terms of sound, but it's still emotional. So it's like a mixture of everything.
So how did you and Mitchell get together to form Rumour?
Initially, so I met Mitch off Gumtree about a year and a half ago. He put up an ad as a songwriter, and then that's how we connected straight after COVID. And then we linked, started working on some music, and our first two songs, Let Me Go and Running Away, did pretty well. Like our success on Spotify is climbing pretty high. And yeah, now we're at this song and we're just still making more music. But yeah, I met him off the internet.
I was going to say, what is it with Gumtree and musicians these days? It seems to be like the meeting place.
That and Facebook Marketplace, that's like where you go when nothing else is working for you. So you're like, oh my God, I'm going to try Gumtree. Just do the local. And it worked for us. So yeah.
Is it fair to say this is a bit of a different approach to music compared to, say, Justice Crew?
Yes. So with Justice Crew, we were more like just the artist. So we started off as dancers, and then we kind of fell into the music industry. But over time, I learned how it all worked, and I was like, I want to be a producer just by seeing it and being in the studios. So I picked up a laptop and got the software and started doing it on the side, as well as doing just the artist and performing boy band perspective. And then, yeah, just evolved into DJing and then into collaborative songwriting, and yeah.
So the process between the two, I'm assuming it's been a little bit hard in, the last year or so with all the restrictions and everything. How did it all come about?
So with the start of Rumour, it was more about like the songwriting process as opposed to doing shows yet. So it did affect us, but not too much, because in lockdown, it freed up both of our time. And because me and Mitch, we work remotely anyway. So for all our songs, because he lives in Bowral in New South Wales and I'm in Victoria. So we do all our songs via Discord and online.
Had you met previously to that?
There was a gap in COVID where it was like lockdown, then no lockdown. So we met during lockdown, but then it freed up. And then he came to my studio in Ryde in Sydney. And that's where we met. And we've done a few sessions together, but we do most of our stuff just online. Saves him driving. Well, we're interstate now. So yeah.
I was going to say, I suppose spending too much time together, you'd pick up on each other's bad habits. Who wants that?
I'd hate him by now, but...
Well, it's obviously working because you've had massive streams on the internet. You're getting attention on radio all around Australia. Did you expect that for this project?
No, well, we've both been in the industry for a little while. Like I did Justice Crew, and Mitch has been releasing stuff independently as an artist. So he kind of knew a little bit of the back end stuff and how to promote and how to work with Spotify and stuff. But yeah, we just stayed true to ourselves and just made music that we both liked, and we both happened to like the same kind of genre. And yeah, we just did what we liked, and then people resonated with it.
Is there a music video attached to this song?
Not this one, no. I feel like music videos these days, I don't know, they don't hit. It's more of like you got to spend money, and then it's very. You'd rather put that money into marketing.
Some verticals or things like that.
Yeah. So it is still a bit of like a hustle train for us. We're still trying to do all the groundwork and try and build it up as much as we can.
So no excuse to chuck in some dance moves on top.
No, I've done that. And in some of our club shows, we end up doing some Justice Crew stuff. And then I'm like, yeah, you guys remember me? They're like, no. And I'm like, boom, boom, it's getting hot in here. And they're like, oh, yeah, he looks different.
Really? really? I saw your promo pic and I'm like, he looks familiar. I'm
Yeah, I
sure
get
I've
that.
seen him around.
They're like, yeah.
But obviously, it's paying off for you with this project. Is there an upcoming EP album?
At the moment, we are just doing singles, but we've got about like 15 to 20 songs that we're working on to see what we want to do with them. We've got a couple of collaborations lined up. But it's like a chess game. We're like, what do we do next to become like worldwide sensation? TikTok or
I mean, just all of the above.
yeah.
I mean, speaking of TikTok and marketing, as you mentioned earlier, that would have changed quite dramatically in the last few years for somebody who's been in the industry for how long now?
We were there since 2010, so like before Instagram and Twitter. So I've seen it get grab onto Instagram. Oh wait, no, grab onto Twitter, grab onto YouTube. Oh no, TikTok. What the heck is this? Spotify.
Well, you'd have to have a pretty good team around you to help you, hone in on those skills and access those platforms.
Yeah, no, we do have a good team. But I think just being around over the years, you kind of learn what works, and you're seeing other people in the industry doing what they're doing. You go, well, why does that work? And yeah, I understand why everything's important. Just about getting that attention, because everyone's attention's getting like this.
What? Sorry, I lost interest after I stopped speaking.
That's it. Everyone's attention span. Oh yeah, I know. Sorry. I gotta hurry up. Gotta keep it engaging. That's why I got the leg there.
You need another coffee just to wake up a little bit more, maybe. Now, going back to the tracks, you said you're working on 15 of them. There might be some collaborations. Any names you're allowed to drop, or we're just going to have to wait and listen?
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait and listen.
Oh, bugger! We can't tell them I'm going to be on there, can we?
No.
Now?
Oh, we can. You never know. Never makes a good story. Yeah.
Do you have any shows planned in the next month or so?
We are working on some tour dates in line with a few next releases, but nothing to be announced yet. Other than that, I'm performing with. So my brother's also in the Wiggles. He's the new Purple Wiggle.
Oh,
He's also
wow.
in Justice Crew. So yeah, we're doing like a few shows with them on the side. That's aside from Rumor, but it's kind of the same. Wiggles, Justice Crew, Rumor, it's all linked.
Rumour has it.
All the same thing. It's all the same thing. It's all shows.
It is, and I'm assuming that you're happy to get out there and do shows again after not being able to do as many in the last couple of years.
Yeah, no, it's so good, but there's still like some caution with people, and like each state has their different rules. So you go to Perth and everyone's got masks, and then you go to Queensland and no one's got masks, and then
it's hard to keep up with everybody, isn't it?
It is.
But you've remained relatively safe by the looks of things.
Yeah, you just learn to adapt, and just
Well, during that time, I know that you said you were writing and doing your Rumour project, but did you learn any new skills or hobbies while in isolation?
Just TikTok, just mainly on TikTok, and the wine, and then TikTok, and then just making videos and just perfecting the craft, because it takes ages to learn how to produce music that sounds okay. Be very patient and just got to keep at it. So I was just doing that every day, and TikTok.
Did you have anybody you could turn to or get advice when it come to the music side of things?
I have a few friends online who also, we do like a collaborative thing on Discord. It's kind of like Zoom, where we can be working on our music, and then they're working on their music, and then you can jump into their screen and see what they're doing, and then so it's like a virtual hangout. That's what I was doing.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you so much for having a chat with me.
That's all right. Thanks for having me on, and thanks for the support.
And if the thing in the background goes missing, it wasn't me.
This thing.